age gaps, right? So if you marry someone, like if Simpiwe marries someone who's 10 years older than her,
Right.
probably established, then, probably thinking, I don't know what her intentions are. She's young, she's ambitious, she's beautiful. Is she really here for me?
For me, or
So I don't know. What's your take, Simpiwe, on age gaps?
interesting. What is your age gap? What's the oldest you would date? To put it in perspective.
Keep him a fire.
No, just asking. It's from what Tino said.
Is age a problem?
It's a very good question. It does become a problem, especially if you date someone older than you see, because it gets to where obviously a person who's older than you is mentally not the same like me. So basically, what I'm saying, a man who's 40 years old,
Right.
won't have the same mentality as me as a 22. Do that make sense?
Like in terms of
Experience also. See,
Experience is not always a good thing.
because I'm gonna come with, oh no, I'm expecting roses and flowers and whatsoever, and then the man is more of, hey, we have to build, like. You
like he's
see.
gone through some life experiences that you are yet to.
But at 40, you should have built it.
You should have built by then. But there's no excuse. There's no excuse.
Yeah, as a 20-year-old, if you're thinking we must build that, that's 100%.
Yeah, but
But it has its
age
pros
gap
and
was very
cons.
popular back in the day, though.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And
It
I
was
think it,
normal.
it informs a lot of things in that, one, as a man, you have the time to go out there into the world and establish yourself.
yes.
You can be in a position. I mean, getting married is not cheap.
Oh,
we spoke
yes.
about lobola now. It's not like my dad has
Oh, no.
a kraal full of cows waiting for me to bring home a bride.
100%.
So you need to go out there into the world, establish yourself. You need to be in a position where you can earn more than the lady that you're trying to court.
Oh, yeah.
So I think those age gaps were necessary. Today they might still be, because the expectations are quite
Oh,
high.
they are high.
And the game is also rough.
Yeah.
Like I think I said this the first time I was here. Like when you were in uni, the girls were already dating guys that were working.
Exactly.
So there's no way you can match that standard. So I think age gaps are quite relevant in the modern dating.
Modern times.
Yeah. So
And there's really nothing wrong with like age gap.
Yeah.
You love your person.
Then
some
How
age
is
gaps
it?
are questionable.
But not now over 10 years and now you're having 31-year age gap. I know.
But
no,
let me
no.
ask you this, right? As a young woman, if an older guy, let's say a 42-year-old approaches you, there's a 20-year age gap.
No.
and this, you know what? And this is a solid guy who has the qualities that you actually look for.
The vision, the
And you
mission.
can see
And
that
the love and everything.
Yeah,
Everything
yeah.
they come on
He's
now.
got it. He looks
There.
young. He's in shape. He
Exactly.
takes care of himself.
100%.
Do you think that he's taking advantage?
I feel like you would have to find out first as to what happened for him to be at the age where he's at.
He was
Building.
building himself up.
He was building. And that's
So
actually
only buildings that we are sticking.
yeah, you need to get to a point where
There are
you
no red flags.
Yeah, we are in this is an assumption that this guy is just a solid person. It took time for him to get to where he is now, and he's now at a stage where he's like, okay, now I want to settle down.
If you tick the boxes, let's go. Let's go. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with age gap, but sometimes you need to question, and if you take the initiative to be in that relationship, look at the person, assess the person as to, okay, Mara, when angati your I don't know, let me use an unrealistic example. When are your communication skills? I know, no wonder why, you see. But like, there's nothing wrong in your age gap, as I said, but also like you need to research more and find out. Sometimes maybe it's not about building. Sometimes maybe that person in jail is just not.
Yeah, but I think also it'll be asking a lot for the guys that are in your age range to have it figured out now.
True.
You know, the mid to late 20s, that's still like early stages where you're still trying to go.
Even
They're still
30
trying
years.
to build. They're still
Exactly.
trying to build.
So
yes.
now, you know, with the way society is now and with social media, you know, where we're seeing these things like all the luxuries are just being posted and whatever. So it's more like now the younger generation is expecting expecting that life, but from someone who is still trying to build the life, you know.
Yeah, it actually brings me back to what you said, as you made yourself as an example that you met your wife while you were still trying to build.
Yeah.
So you and your wife, you grew together and you built each other and you built the life that you guys wanted together, which is something that we now as a generation, we lag into doing. We don't have patience, you understand?
100%,
We don't
yeah.
have that patience of, oh, okay, my man is 26 and he's still trying, you know, maybe he's still doing interns or something like that. And you're like, oh, hi, Mara, oh, when are we going to get there? I show me no, you see. So that's where we lag into, and we should actually also like come as a youth, please, guys, and talk about this, because nothing comes, you know, in a, what do they call it? Golden, what, spoon?
The
Platter.
silver spoon.
Yeah, you know. So, yes, set yourself with standards of what you want and all that. There's nothing wrong, you know, with setting standards with what you want. But at times you need to be realistic about life. Actually, sometimes you may not find that CEO. You know, sometimes you might actually need to go back and build, because you might help to build your CEO instead of having to find a build CEO.
That's the helpmate aspect, eh?
You see, you might actually get your man and be like, oh, okay, he's doing his interns, let's build. And also it comes on to the vision. If your man who's 26 says, yo, actually in the next 10 years, I want to see myself having this company, what, this is what I'm doing. I'm working here, I'm doing this, I'm studying, I'm what. You as a female, you must sit back and be like, actually, I can see where this is going. Let's go.
And if it doesn't get there,
you leave. Why are you wasting your time? Why are you wasting your time?
no, like, you know, I'm thinking about this in terms of like
Okay, I need to ask also. When you say it doesn't get there, are you asking in terms of like the failures that he faces, or maybe the person no longer having the intention to build that vision?
No, I'm talking about him not making it. You know, what survivorship bias is, right? You interview any successful person, like let's say musicians. Like, you know, you just need to be hardworking. You need to spend time in the studio, record, put out hits. Yeah.
And it will happen. It doesn't
How
always
many
happen.
people are doing that and don't make it? You know what I mean?
No.
So it's not everyone who has a dream or a plan or a goal or an ambition who ever like reaches those heights. So my question is, if 10 years later you met this guy, the age gap is not too big. He's like late 20s, 20 to 28,
Yeah.
right? And by the time that he's 35, he's still not where you thought or he said he wants to be, right?
Okay.
Now, 5 years later, he's 40. He's still not there. Like, what do you do?
Okay, so for me, I would have an expectation of it's not, okay, let me not say it's not possible, but I'm saying as to like after 10 years, at least you must have gotten somewhere.
Yeah, no, sure.
Yeah.
If you have at least gotten somewhere.
But what if you see the effort?
Yeah, you
see
Yeah,
the effort.
I'm talking about the effort. If like let's say you've moved from the intern and then now maybe you are
Junior.
a
at work.
junior. I'm after 10 years a junior.
Something is not right.
Yeah, it's not make sure.
Hey, it's these companies. It's not him.
If you're still a junior after 10 years, that's when you've decided to say, this is where I want to settle. You are comfortable.
No, but
there.
it's not like it's just the roles that are coming out, you know.
Yeah, but if you've moved from step 1 and at least you're in step 2, and there's something that's okay, we've built, there's somewhere there where you're going, then you can stay. I mean, nothing comes easy. Who does that? Was it McDonald's who his franchise got successful when he was the age of
KFC.
Oh, yeah,
KFC,
Yeah,
yes.
but that's survivorship bias.
Yeah, but you see,
How
it
many
was
people have been frying chicken in America? Hey.
Plenty, yeah.
But I'm using that example as to like, if you can see there's a way forward and there's something that at least maybe you've accomplished that one goal out of the list that you've had, then you can't say now, I'm leaving. You can see at least the guy is doing something.
Reminds me of that Tyler Perry movie.
The acrimony.
The acrimony.
The acrimony.
That
You see?
but she tried
But
though.
also-
Yo.
Hey, this is why I don't watch Tyler Perry.
What do we say also about like, fine, you build with your man, right? And now your man is successful. Now your man sees the power and the money. He goes outside. Do you still stay as a female? I wouldn't stay. I'm sorry.
You wouldn't stay.
I even if I had my input of 10 years, I'll cry. It's fine and eat ice
Even
cream.
with the prenup in place.
Yeah, go. You know what?
And
Hence
you know-
why also
Yeah.
education is very important. You see, when you grow with your person, you're not only assisting them, but also think about yourself. You see, Gore, if that thing happens, you know that I don't need to beg this person. You can go out and start your life again. You see, because hey,
Yeah, but well, in that case where you've helped him build, I mean, you're entitled to what you have is just as much as he is.
yeah, Mara, once
Yeah,
he's done the
it
prenup,
depends on the marriage contract.
once he's done the prenup, what's
No, but
gonna
that
happen
one.
now?
I mean, if you have nothing, man, what are you doing? What are you signing a
What is
prenup?
gonna
It's
happen,
called
bro?
an ANC without a cruel.
Because if you see, like for black coffee, right? Enhle, she managed to, with her settlement, I think she got until the point where they divorced.
Yes.
That's until like 2017, 18.
Yeah.
So anything he made beyond that to now, to date, it's solely his. So it was like they valued it at that point where they were just married, which is fair. To say you were with me and we built to a certain level, but when we separated, now what I started earning after that is mine.
But that's not how society views it. I mean, you look at a guy like Black Coffee. He, you know, as an individual, you see him going out doing these gigs. He's the one marketing himself. He's the one doing all of this. She's at home raising the kids. You know, that's a very different contribution to the marriage and to the family unit. But I mean, I think that's what like the courts consider in terms of like balancing your whole family life. And
Yeah, because now you know that the kids are taken care of.
yeah.
He even, at that time, he told her that I don't want you acting anymore.
Yeah, you see, but I think that's where you messed up.
Yeah, that's where he messed up.
Because if you then limit the next person's earning
Earning
potential, then
yeah.
you need to
You need to
compensate,
compensate,
them for their time. So yeah, I didn't know that. I thought he was just
Yeah, it's just like,
working
I don't
by
want
himself.
you kissing men on
On TV says,
So she
TVs.
could have just
No.
acted in Christian dramas.
They don't have money, those ones. So yeah, it's I think it's only fair. Yeah, especially like us, like myself, saying I've grown with my wife. Everything I've done, I know she's been at the backbone of that. It makes a difference as a man when you can go out there, like leave for the house for some time, period of time, knowing that everything is going to be sorted out. You know, you don't have any distractions. You're not worrying because you know she's got it on check.
Yeah, she's got your back.
So
That
she
backup is in
needs to be
place.
rewarded for that. There needs to be a reward for that.
If you sign the right kind of marriage contract,
Yeah.
I think I like what Simpiwe said in that you need to be building yourself up as well. You need to be your own person. You need to live your own life. But I think that shouldn't stop just because you're getting married.
Yeah.
Or it shouldn't only apply because now the marriage is coming to an end. You need to be doing that while in the marriage for the betterment of that whole relationship.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And also, I'm not being biased, right?
No, we don't know yet.
Okay, but what I'm just saying in advance there. I feel that it's better when two people are educated, you see, in relationships, because there's nothing wrong if you have your partner that maybe the background of education, they ended in matric or anything like that. If you love your person that way, it's fine. But in instances where by now we're talking about growing or coming into, God forbid, having divorces or anything like that, you know that you have a backup. So education is key. It's not an easy journey, but it's key. We're not saying be a CA, but with your
Have
qualification of being HR, social work, you still have a qualification.
I saw a clip earlier this week. Those guys like, education is the key that's no longer working. We need a different key.
There's need for another key.
You do, eh?
Hey, it's not for everyone.
That's true, and I think being entrepreneurial is a big thing.
It's now a must, to be honest.
I think that's the big thing. Like if you have a partner who's industrious and ambitious and able to put themselves out there to bring in,
Something.
Yeah, I think I think that level of tenacity is more valuable than education. 'Cause I feel like in some instances, educated people can sit back and just rely on the
I'm looking for a job. Looking for a job.
people that are not, because there's no other option. There's this UK billionaire. I forgot his name. He was on Dragon's Den, the Scottish one.
Oh, the Scottish one. I'm forgetting his name as well.
Yeah, he had a criminal record. So he couldn't get a job.
It's not Peter Jones. Peter Jones is not
Peter
Scottish.
Jones.
No.
The other one.
He was bald.
Yeah, I was balding a bit with the open shirts. I just forgot his name. But yeah, like he said, look, bruh, he got a criminal record as a juvenile and it extended into him being an adult, so he could never get a job. So his only option was to become a businessman. And because he didn't have the option of, I'll fall back to a job or whatever, he had to make it. He was successful despite having a criminal record at a young age, And I think that level of industriousness, that kind of entrepreneurial thinking is what's lacking in African society in general. I think we need to be creators, we need to be innovators. I saw someone complaining that the only businesses we open are car washes and salons. That. You were saying.
Yeah, and you actually just reminded me of something. I actually also saw a video on TikTok. It was about this guy talking about boring companies. You see, so I'm gonna now, let's say, for instance, I'm in the accounting industry. I'm only working on EY, KPMG, Deloitte, because it's big,
the big
R&B
ones.
and all that. And then the boring company, you find like those cleaning companies. You see people who come and clean your houses or clean your office
Or clean
spaces.
Deloitte.
Or clean Deloitte. Actually, those boring companies are the ones that are creating more jobs and employing more people, compared to now when I'm going to be sitting there being like, if only Deloitte can just take me, if only. Hence now, when you made that point of, it's what we like as African youth of being entrepreneurial, it's something that we should work on to, Guys, we can create jobs on anything, honestly speaking. A person who created this already, Jay, it's the job. Someone
It's just
can
a
sell it
start.
for you.
It's
a
just
start,
starting,
you
yeah.
see? So we have to start somewhere. So I agree with you.
Yeah, it's a mindset shift
I agree
that
with
needs to
you.
happen.
It doesn't necessarily have to be by, I want to open a company that only deals with big stuff. I don't know what example I can use, but like, big
AI.
stuff. AI. You see, it has to be like AI. You can start with
Yeah,
something
that's big
small.
stuff.
You
Yeah.
know.
So what do you think about this scenario? So I don't know if you know the basketball star Steph Curry.
Oh, yeah. My boy Steph, bruh.
the-
Been rooting for that guy, bruh, since he was playing in college. That's my boy, man.
So he's a famous basketball player, very wealthy, of course, very wealthy. He met his wife
But you
in high
didn't give Steph his flowers, bruh. That's the greatest NBA shooter there ever was.
Shooter,
he changed
yeah,
the game. The best player in the era of LeBron.
I see you're a serious Steph fan there.
I know. You really advocate for
Yo,
him.
that's Steph, bruh. Like, he changed the game.
No, he
The
did.
game will never be played the same again. Won 4 championships with prime LeBron
My gosh,
in
this
the
is
league.
a Steph Curry fan major. So this story stems from so he met his current wife. They were Aisha. They were high school. I think high school varsity at that time. So that time, he was a nobody at that time, right? He was just a simple, straightforward guy, and apparently, it's Aisha's family that just said, this guy is good for you. So in all fairness, she didn't necessarily outright choose him, right? It's the family now who are saying this is a good young man. You should stick with him, right? So yeah, she ended up just stuck with him. But of course, now he then became
Greatest basketball shooter.
He then became what he is now, and so famous. And now, whenever she comes, it seems now whenever she comes on a podcast, one way or the other, she kind of brings him down, or tries to. What can I say? She tries to bring him down, sort of, or his rep down, or his. So I think the first time she went on a podcast some years back, she mentioned the fact that, you know what, in all honesty, I never wanted to get married. I never wanted children. I saw myself as a career person. I wanted to grow my career and do my own thing until I'm old enough, what. So this thing just then came, and, we met when we were young. Our families were friends, and, so she was trying to, indirectly, she was just trying to say, I didn't really.
Never wanted to
I
be
could
with
do
the
better.
guy.
And you see now, I could do better. So to her, and even a current podcast that she came on weeks back, she reiterated the same thing, kind of saying she really wanted to do something of her own. But now, this guy's got money, he's been trying to get her on cooking stuff and ventures and what. But it's almost like she's still trying to say to the world that she still feels she's better than him. You know what I mean? She still sees that Steph Curry in university. Yes. When she sees him, that's what she sees. But the world now, it's if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't even know who Aisha is. So, she, that's what with a podcast, of course, they start covering this, and they're like, that's what they've analyzed to say, okay, she actually is jealous of her husband because she still feels she's better than him. Like, I was too hot for you, I was too beautiful for you. But now the world just sees you and you only, and I'm
her
just
not
like
being seen.
Yeah, she even said on the podcast that men don't even look, men don't even
Men
look
don't
at
even
me.
look at her. Oh,
Like she still wants to be macked on.
Girls are looking at Steph. Steph.
So now the women were upset. Women in general were so upset. Like, you do not deserve this man, right?
No, genuinely, she doesn't deserve that man because that's a self-centered person. Hey,
It is. Right?
no, she's self-centered.
No, I think what happened. I mean, think about the Michelle Obama and Barack Obama situation, right? Where Obama is kind of in a similar position to what where Steph is, but his wife is treating the situation very differently.
Very different. Yeah.
And it's because she's an accomplished person in her own right.
On her own. Yeah, she has.
And
Yeah,
she's
built her
herself
name.
up.
Yeah.
Like before she became Obama's wife, she was Michelle.
She was already
Right.
You know what I
Michelle.
mean? And I think with Aisha, that's what's missing.
Exactly. She,
Before
has,
Steph.
she doesn't have an identity of
Exactly.
her own. Yeah.
And I mean, she has all the opportunities in the world to become whoever she
Aisha.
wants to be.
Right.
Right? She could start a podcast because she loves podcasting so much. I've heard about the cooking stuff that she's done. And I mean, Steph is about to retire.
Right.
I think Steph is what, 37?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
about to
he's
retire.
Just a few years left
he's,
now. Yeah.
he's going to be an all-time basketball great. But
Right.
I've seen Steph host shows on TV. He's an amazing host. He's phenomenal. So he could springboard into a television career and still, be in the spotlight, which is something that I don't know if she's ready for, or if something that she's prepared for in the future. Because maybe she's thinking after this basketball
Yeah,
thing,
they need to
we're
quiet
gonna-
down
yeah,
and
it probably won't. It probably won't.
yeah.
So that's another thing that she needs to prepare herself for. And I mean, it's difficult to speak on other people's relationships because Steph came out and he said some things just need to be private.
yes,
We don't know.
He would have preferred
Yeah.
not for this not to be aired. right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't know what he thinks or what he says
no,
when his
he
wife
never says
says all
anything.
the stuff. When the backlash from the internet, he never comments or posts
Never
about it.
ever. Yeah.
Out of respect for his wife. And that's something I really admire about him.
Right.
That he's willing to protect his wife, even though we have our own opinions. And we
Yeah.
think Steph is
And
the
we say,
GOAT.
Aisha na no.
But I think with the millions of US dollars that like Aisha has because of Steph,
Right.
she could definitely build something. I mean, in the same breath, like Jada Pinkett Smith, you could say she's in the same kind of,
yeah.
True,
you know what I
Will
mean?
Smith,
But
yeah.
she built that red table talk thing, and she's doing her own thing. She's moved away from acting, and she's trying to establish herself in doing something like that.
I do not like that show. Poor Will
A lot
Smith.
of chances and opportunities.
Yeah, but I
for
mean,
herself.
yeah, it's all about you as an
It was about
individual
her,
and as a
yeah.
person.
And that
You
book
need-
she wrote, goodness.
Oh,
All right, moving
You
along.
read the book.